Hey guys, it's SimQueen, and today I am doing another spooky speed build for the month of October. This is the second sort of Halloween themed one that I'm doing. The first one was the house from A Nightmare on Elm Street, and this one is the house from Bates Motel, which is a series on A&E, or was a series on A&E. I watched it on Netflix, but it was adapted from the movie Psycho, and I honestly wish I knew much about the movie Psycho. I can't tell you that much about it because I've never actually seen it. I only ever watched Bates Motel, the series, and it was really, really good. I loved it. My husband and I were addicted to it. We watched it probably like a couple years ago we started it. I can't quite remember, but it was highly addictive and I really enjoyed it. And I have been meaning to watch Psycho. I just haven't got around to it. I do know that the characters are the same and like the story is the same, but this series was just so good. And I don't really know how the two differ from one another. Like I said, I haven't seen Psycho, so I'm not exactly sure, but this series was definitely not as creepy as I thought it would be, but it was definitely a creepy TV show, and I was really excited to do this house. I was kind of researching some spooky builds, and when I saw the house from Bates Motel, I thought that was an easy one because I've watched the series, I know what the house looks like inside and out, and it'll be pretty easy to do. And I remember always kind of admiring the house in the show as well. It's a bit of a different, I don't exactly know like when this house was built, or I don't know what the specs of the house are. I'm not exactly sure, but is definitely an older house, and the way it was decorated on the inside was very old as well. And so the show is based off of a guy named Norman and his mom Norma, and they live together in this house, and they I guess the mom buys a motel that kind of is just not down the street, but just down the hill actually from the house that they bought. And it's like kind of a combo deal. They get the house and the hotel, or the motel. And so Norma runs the motel, and Norman turns into a psychopath, and that's pretty much the story, and it's really good. And he as the show goes on, he just loses his mind more and more. As you can see, I'm struggling a lot with the roof. I don't normally do roofs like this, so it was really difficult for me. I had to cut a few parts out because it was kind of embarrassing how long this was taking, but I eventually get it, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Yeah, so they get this house, and the house is extremely outdated, but they seem to like it. It seems to be their style, especially Norman, who is he seems like an old soul, I guess you could say. His room is not decorated like your average teenage boy's bedroom. They're more into like antiques and older stuff, and I don't know, the whole house, the inside is very interesting to me. And I had a lot of fun being able to look at pictures from the TV series. I was not able to find windows that were that similar to the ones in the actual house, so I went with these ones. They're actually, they don't really look like that much, but it was as close as I could get. Yeah, so I had fun looking at different rooms. I would just, as I went through each room, I would just type in like Bates Motel living room, and there would be tons of pictures that I could reference, which was nice because, like I said, I've seen the series, but I don't remember what all the rooms look like. I remember the layout pretty well, and most of this show is filmed inside their house or the motel. I did think about doing the motel as well, but I did recently do a motel speed build on my channel. It was like a mid-century modern motel, and it was really fun to do, but I wouldn't do it again just because it's very repetitive, and I don't know, I just didn't really see the point in doing another motel when I recently did one, so I decided not to do the motel. The house is a lot more interesting to me anyway. I just love the theme of the house. Like, it's kind of got this creepy vibe. It's extremely outdated, and it really works. So the outside is a little bit run down. It's kind of spooky looking, and it's funny to me that these people just move into this house and not question like anything about the house. It's just, I mean, it's super old. They're into it. They like it. They move in. It seems like it's a really good fit for them. And then basically Norman just starts losing his mind and killing a bunch of people. And it's really good. But I guess he doesn't know that he's killing people. He goes into this weird like psychosis. And it's like he has like an alternative personality, I guess. I wish I could remember more about the show. But yeah, I should know it all because I watched the whole thing. But Yeah, it was really good. And it was filmed in Vancouver, and I actually went to see a couple of the filming locations because Vancouver is like a 9-hour drive from where I am, but I've been there a few times, and that's where they did most of their filming as well. So my cousin and I were able to check out some of their locations, which was really cool. He'd never seen the show before, but I was really excited about it. And then after that, I was able to watch the show and recognize some of the places we went, which is really cool. Yeah, just a bit of a Hollywood moment. Vancouver is like the most, I guess, Hollywood place in Canada, which is kind of sad. That's like the only place people come to film. Like, anywhere else, like maybe Toronto, but mostly Vancouver. That's kind of like the filming central of Canada. So this room here is Norma, the mom's bedroom. So I did find a few pictures and tried to do it as closely as I could. The layout is not perfect. The bedroom sizes are not perfect either, but I really tried my best to replicate it as closely as I could. There was probably a few less windows. I probably got a few too many windows, but on the outside it just doesn't look good when you don't have, if you have one window it looks kind of silly, so I thought it was more important to add more windows and more light. But yeah, as you can see, it's just very outdated. I loved this kind of aesthetic for the house. It was really fun to just decorate it, and it was kind of like a relaxed build because I sort of knew what I was doing. I wasn't too stressed out about this build. I kind of just got to sit back and look at pictures and just fill this house up with a bunch of old stuff, which was really fun. The hallway, I think, was the best room that I did, like the most accurate, I think, which was a really fun one to do. And it's got this bathroom as well, which is really kind of creepy and outdated. For some reason, this house only has 2 bedrooms. It would look like it had more, but in the series, it just had 2 and then a bathroom upstairs, but a lot of hallway space. So I do put like a little library area, which I don't think they actually have in the movie, but I couldn't just leave that space empty. I had to do something with it, that area at the top of the stairs. And then the bathroom is just, yeah, very outdated. We've got like an older clawfoot tub in there, a few like clutter items. The colors were pretty close, I think. I think I did as best as I could. I got as close as I possibly could. This like sort of blue aqua color. And then there's the bathtub there. The bathroom is a little bit bigger than it is in the movie, but that's just kind of how it goes. Put like a radiator at the bottom of the window as well because they had one of those. And that was pretty much it for the bathroom. And then I think we go on to Norman's bedroom. I can't remember. I did all the furnishing in sort of a weird order because I was just sort of typing things into Google and seeing what would come up. But yeah, Norman's room is like the creepiest room of the house. I think it's always very dark and it's just filled with like really old antiques, and it's just odd for a teenage boy that he would have all these things, but that's kind of his space that he likes. So Norman is like a major mama's boy in the show. He's just obsessed with his mother and doesn't want to leave her side. And I don't want to give any spoilers away, but let's just say he has a very hard time separating himself from her. And it's such a good show. You should definitely check it out. I don't know if it's on Netflix anymore. I know that I saw Psycho on there a little while ago, and I keep meaning to watch it. I just never get around to it. I need to be in the right headspace to watch a scary movie, and lately I haven't been in it at all. I mentioned this in seriously every speed build that I've been doing, but I am moving soon. I'm pre-recording this on October 7th. It's going to come out on the 13th, but I am pre-recording up until November 7th, which is crazy. I'm pre-recording for like a month from now is when I will actually be back to recording. So I'm feeling a little bit stressed out right now. My husband and I are moving on the 25th of October, and he has like 2 weeks off when we move. So I'm not only am I pre-recording up until our move, but I'm pre-recording for like 2 weeks after that because my husband's going to be around. And I've mentioned this before. He doesn't know I have a YouTube channel, and I've been doing this for like a year and a half. And I do it in my spare time in my office, and I mean, he works, he's away from home a week at a time, and that's when I do all my recording. I record for the week ahead of me, and then like the week after that, and it just kind of works. But right now he's throwing a huge wrench in things by taking so much time off, so yeah, I have a ton of pre-recording to do. That way we can just sort of unpack and kind of get settled into our house. And I feel like we have so much work to do. We started the packing process. I didn't realize how much stuff we had until I started packing boxes and realizing that it wasn't even making a dent in what we had. So we have a ton of work to do. And yeah, I just feel like if I'm sort of organized with my videos, then I won't have to worry about them so much, and I can just sort of move in, get settled, not worry about recording at all until November. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm still looking for some more ideas for sort of Halloween spooky builds. If you guys have any ideas, I would love to hear them, because I don't know what to do yet. I mostly like Google Halloween movie houses. I looked at the Addams Family house, which I would love to do, but it's just such a huge build and I don't have the time for it right now. Also, I looked at the house from Beetlejuice, another really big house, and I don't know, I just don't know if I have the time to do it. The Bates Motel house, this one was a lot to begin with, so I don't know. I think they should be doing some smaller ones, but if you guys have any ideas, please let me know, because I would love to hear them. We're coming up to the end of the movie. Enjoy the movie. We're coming up to the end of the video. You can download this on the gallery. My origin ID is SimQueen 1992. If you enjoyed this speed build, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.